Today from the Divergent series Insurgent, Theo James. And from the new drama Bloodline, Kyle Chandler. Plus, Shameless star Emmy Rossum takes a seat at the co-host desk. All next on Live. Now, here are Michael Strahan and Emmy Rossum.
Have a seat. Hey, good morning, everybody. Today is Tuesday, March 17th, 2015. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody.
Look at all that green.
Look at all that green.
Wow,
and I'm looking at some green next to me, and filling in for Kelly today is Emmy Rossum.
Rippa out.
Rippa
Rossum in.
Rossum in. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm in green. You're in green?
Yep. And
everyone's in green?
I'm excited you're here.
I'm excited I'm here. This is so fun.
Yes, because you've been here as a guest, but we've never had a chance to
I
sit
know.
here and talk
I feel
and chat
so much
like
more important in this chair.
It's a lot of
Like
power
the fate
sitting
of
in
the
these seats.
world is beneath my palm.
Yes. So this is like Austin
Great.
Powers. A lot of power right here.
So much power.
Yeah. So
we're all in green for
we're
St.
all in-
Patty's Day, New York.
Yeah.
And if you're not in green,
If you're
You
not
get
in green, you
pinched,
get pinched, right?
right? What is that?
I don't know, but that lady right there had the coming because she is not wearing
Oh,
green.
you need this lady. These ladies.
Those
Are
two-
you,
I
are
won't
you
be-
secretly wearing? Do you have green socks on at least? Oh, she's just gonna say yeah. She's like, yeah, let's go with that.
But one of the guys backstage, I said, "Where's your green?" He's like, "You don't want to know."
I don't want to know. There's a huge parade today, right? St.
Yeah,
Patty's
matter
Day
of fact,
parade.
yeah. And I was coming. Yeah, they shut down. They shut down Fifth Avenue and trying to get up here. Usually I get up here and it's like I put it this way, I got here like 15 minutes before I just came out. So
What I think is funny is I grew up in New York, and Fifth Avenue, where the parades are, is where all the really fancy people live. And when any parade is happening, all the fancy apartment buildings, like they board up their windows and the flower boxes as if a hurricane is coming. And it's like, you guys, it's just a bunch of people wearing green, drinking beer. It's not that big of a deal.
Have you
They're
seen
like
this parade?
I
It's
know,
that big of a deal.
It is. It's fun.
Because you know they get crazy. I had a friend of mine who grew up in the city, and she said when she was in school, her parents never let her leave the apartment after she came home from school on St. Patty's Day because they were not letting their
Giving the
child
Irish
get...
a bad rap?
No. I don't think it's a bad rap at all. I want to be Irish. Michael and McStrahan. I mean, I would be Irish for the day. I think most of us are going to be Irish
I think we
for
are
the day.
all honorary Irish for the day.
Yes, we all are. But it was so cool. I was looking at these facts about...
You know, Massachusetts, the Boston area, has the highest population of Irish.
Which
Irish people.
Yeah, which kind of blew my mind. New Hampshire was second.
Wow.
Oh, nobody here from New Hampshire. Okay.
They're like, boo, New Hampshire. New Hampshire's awesome.
And Maine, Vermont was third. Maine and Vermont were tied for third. Rhode Island and Delaware, the top five places. But here's some St. Patty's Day facts. I want to see if you...
Okay.
Do you know where the first St. Patrick's Day parade was held?
No. In Ireland?
No. That's what I thought, too. They're Irish.
One would think.
It's not in Ireland. It was held in Boston.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Back in 1737.
They were celebrating good old St. Patrick.
Yes.
That's my terrible Irish accent.
And now the largest parade in the United States held since 1762 for the St. Patrick's Day is in New York City. So we are number one. Yeah. Now, this is funny. They say it draws more than 1 million spectators each year. No, it draws 1 million partiers each year.
That's why they're boarding everything up.
And then, have you ever been to Chicago on St. Patty's Day?
I have. No, not on St. Patty's Day, but we shoot Shameless in Chicago, so I love Chicago.
Well, they dyed at River Green. Yeah.
Do they really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. I have to check Instagram later to see that.
First time I saw it, I thought it was some algae. I'm like, oh, don't go in that water. And green is associated with St. Patrick's Day because it is the color of spring of Ireland and of the shamrock. Yeah.
And leprechauns.
And leprechauns.
And I heard that you're supposed to wear green so you're rendered invisible to the leprechauns so that they won't do like their funky pranks
their funky
on you.
magic on you,
Their funky leprechaun pranks.
Really?
Yeah, so if you wear green, not like unlike this lady's gonna get a leprechaun prank over here. Watch out for those leprechauns.
You're in trouble, ma'am.
Uh-huh.
And here are some other facts. How many people you think plan to wear green? 104 million people.
Today?
Yes.
Wow.
37 million will party at a bar or restaurant. I mean, I think that's
low.
That's every day.
That's very low. Yeah.
28.9 million will decorate their homes, kind of like the holidays. Okay.
I like that.
Okay, I do too. And people will spend an average of basically $36 or $36.52 to wear green. And there's
so people are going out of their way not to get punked by a leprechaun.
Well, I do. I do. Yeah, I had to find like green ties and like all kinds of stuff.
Well, it looks good.
Yeah, well, you should see what I'm wearing under the suit. It may not be, maybe dye, you know, you never know. And
whoa.
yeah, well, a little bit too much sharing here. People are expected to spend $4.6 billion on St. Patrick's Day. Yes.
Wow.
So that is
good. For our
good.
Economy.
Good for the Irish. I'm an Irish for today. I'm going to go out and have
Honorary
a nice
Irish.
beer for St. Patrick's Day. So I want to ask you something.
Yes.
When did you get into town?
I got in yesterday.
Oh, but I heard you had some flight.
I did. I was flying in. Our flight got canceled. There was some work on the runway at JFK, but I was on my flight as it was getting canceled with Octavia Spencer and Miles Teller.
And Octavia was on yesterday.
I know, and she was saying,
on the same flight, and
she was saying, I need to get on the next flight. I have to be at Kelly and Michael. I was like, it's Emmy and Michael now. She was like, what? I was like, don't worry about it.
So they gave her the last seat?
So they gave her the next seat, and I took the late flight. But I'm here, and it's happy, and it's great.
Oh, good. So they gave, okay. Very nice of you.
I read this morning that says that millennials, that's my generation, age 16 to 34, are doing the worst in work in all of the world on computers. How weird is that?
Really?
Apparently, we're really not good when it comes to solving computer applications and work problems, which is really disappointing because I thought our generation was supposed to be the most tech savvy.
Well, I thought your generation was excellent because I just hand my problems off to my young assistants and they figure it out.
Why do you think that we're just all on our computers like at Instagram all day? Or what are we doing on our computers all day long that we're not? This girl's like, yeah, Instagram, BuzzFeed.
I'm sorry to say, sir, you're not a millennial. You're past that 34-year-old.
No, he's 24 years.
No, yeah, you're way past that. But I thought our young generation, millennials, were very smart when it comes to computers and everything else. But comparing them to other countries, how much more is there to really learn? All I need is Instagram and text help, and then show me how to make sure my Uber app works.
Yeah, I'm not that great with applications.
Really?
No, so maybe they're right.
So you're not helping?
I'm not helping the statistics,
Do you use the computer line?
I do, but I even find that even like super young children are using, like I had Christmas dinner with my family at a restaurant, and there was like a toddler at the next table who was like on the iPad the whole dinner, and I was like, why would you bring your kid to dinner if he's just going to be on the iPad the whole time?
That's called a
babysitter.
Babysitter, yeah. I was going to say that.
The tech is the babysitter now.
Yeah, which is kind of leads me into this this story here, which it goes to show I think you need to put down your devices because there's a new study by the Boston Medical Center revealing that parents who get absorbed by email, games, or other apps have a more negative interaction with their children.
Oh.
It shows because the children feel like they have to compete for attention with their parents in the gadget.
Wow.
But I can see that.
I can't imagine any parent actually putting their iPad before their child.
Well, no, I don't think it's that. I think you're like, put your sister down. I think that's more
Clean
what
up
it is.
your toys.
Yeah, you just
brush
look
your
up.
teeth.
Exactly. You look up long enough to pay attention, and you look back down. And for the kid feels like I'm competing with that. But as adults, I think we can't expect our kids to put down things if we don't.
Do you play games on your phone?
I don't. I used to play Sudoku, and I used to
I feel like Words with Friends
Sudoku, and I used to do Candy Crush.
Candy Crush is very addictive. I had to delete it from my phone because I would stay up till 4 o'clock in the morning like, I have to beat this level.
I would stay up trying to beat the level, and then I realized I had a problem when I started buying lives. I said, oh.
I know, I did too. I was like, it's only $1.
Yeah, it's only $1
to buy more lives. I know.
And
but the world is changing. Like now we're gonna have self-driving cars.
Yeah, self-driving cars, which I'm not a fan of because I like to drive myself.
Oh, I hate driving, and I'm a terrible driver.
I'll drive you around.
So, please, will you? That would be great. Let's just go. There's this article that says that there's a self-driving car that's going to go all the way across the country. It's starting this week from San Fran to New York. It's going to go all the way driving by itself. So if someone's in Omaha on the highway, they're going to be driving down and like, oh, who's that? Oh, no one's there. Like that's got to be terrifying,
that's gonna
right?
cause accidents.
I mean, if I looked over and there was no one in the car, I would crash my car worrying about that car.
I would probably think to myself, okay, this is a trick. But the problem would be if that car pulled up at a gas station and somebody came out to put gas in it. How do you communicate?
Well, is it an electric car? I don't know. Ellen, do we know if it's an electric car, the self-driving car?
I'm not sure.
See, this is the problem with my generation. We know nothing. We know nothing.
But either way, it has to stop. Electric, you have to plug it in. Gas, you got to stop. So they must be trailing that car with another car, and then the person has to get out and explain, so what's the point of having the car? You got to be there anyway.
Drive the car. Okay,
yeah, just get out and drive the daggone car.
You and I have decided that self-driving cars make no sense.
But, yeah, but I like to drive because I don't want to be in a car where I'm not in control like that. And then I watch all those, I mean, I watch all those movies where the computers tries to take over mankind. Next thing you know, we got Terminator in the car, the reckoning, trying to kill people, trying to get us out of here. I don't know. I don't trust the cars.
Gosh.
And
have you been following this Robert Durst thing?
Oh, have I?
Have you guys been watching The Jinx on HBO?
Yes.
Woo!
Have you been watching that?
I have. This is the cover of the Post today. They locked this guy up, and they're going to finally take him to trial. He's suspected in 3 murders and already admitted to chopping some poor fellow up. And they caught him on tape in the HBO thing saying that he killed them all. So, wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
But it's interesting to see how they're going to try to spin that to say, well, he was by himself in the bathroom. Maybe he wasn't talking about. Maybe he was playing Candy Crush.
Maybe he was talking to Sudoku. But apparently they caught him in New Orleans. They're going to extradite him to L.A. for murder charges. And they said that he was fleeing to Cuba. He was en route to Cuba. He was going to split.
But it's really strange because, I mean, the documentary, which I've seen, it's fascinating. It's haunting at the same time. And that he kind of went out of his way to do the documentary. He called them to say, why don't you just film me? We'll talk about it. And just watching him in this documentary, you realize with his own family, his own brother hiring security, and his own brother say he's happy he's locked up now. I mean, obviously, it seems like people who know him think that, you know, he's a threat, or potentially he did all these things.
Well, he's strangely charming in a weird way. He's very affable and charming.
You find him charming?
Well, he's definitely creepy. I wouldn't want him as my neighbor, but at the same time, he's like a 71-year-old man. Like, he doesn't seem like a threat, which is maybe why
that's the best part.
You know, gotten away with it for this long. I mean, I don't know.
I'm nice. Come on, hey, come over here. Let's hang out.
I don't know. But the documentary was definitely interesting, although I felt bad because I looked forward to the next episode as if it were entertainment when it's a documentary and it's someone's real life. And I felt kind of almost at odds with myself that I was getting so much enjoyment and looking forward to the next episode as if it was Scandal. And it's not. It's real life. So I think that the director did a fabulous job, obviously, of crafting it, telling the story. And
that's a great way of putting it. You know, that's a really great way of putting it, because I was the same way as you. I was looking forward to the next one to see, okay, where is this going? Like it was entertainment instead of, you know, like a real life thing. So that's an interesting way to put it. Oh, wow. And so we'll see what happens with that. I'm going to keep up with that closely. And I have a question. When you were a kid, did you have to do chores?
Yeah. I had to make my bed. I had to clean the bathtub sometimes.
And Those are the only 2 chores you had?
I mean, we lived in a small apartment.
Oh, okay, that's a lot.
It's not like...
Board up the windows for St. Patty's Day? Get down there,
It
girl.
wasn't like that, no.
Here's your hammer and nail. Get it done.
We lived on the 4th floor, so we weren't boarding
You were
anything
fine.
up. We
You were fine.
But
But you know what? They found that a lot of people now aren't requiring their kids to do chores anymore. They say 28...
Wait, what?
Yeah. 82% of people reportedly had regular chores growing up. I mean, I had chores.
I had chores.
Yeah, we were my mom cooked, we cleaned, you know? You had to,
I feel like that's an important part of growing up and learning responsibilities and helping with the household, and everyone's
and
nodding
that's
like
why
they
you
had
have
chores.
kids. You have kids to do stuff.
That's why my house is never clean.
Well, you got to work on those
I gotta make
babies.
some babies to clean it.
Hey, sit down, sir. Sit down over there. I'll help you. I'll help you. Oh, boy. I read his mind. But they said that 82% have grew up with chores, but only 28% of people now require their kids to have regular chores.
So what are they doing with their free time?
What are they doing with their free time? I think now kids are on their computers.
Yes.
Even though we're number 0 in tech savviness, we're on our computers. And I think a lot of times parents, it seems now, book a lot more things for their kids than they used to.
Like extracurricular.
Like extracurricular.
They
Like
had
kids.
soccer and ballet and...
Exactly.
Blah, blah, blah.
All that stuff. So they found, though, that decades of studies show the benefits of chores academically, emotionally, and even professionally. They show that it builds... Because, and I find this to be true, you have a lasting sense of mastery, which I can master washing dishes, responsibility, and self-reliance. So you can be, I feel very comfortable cooking for myself. I feel very comfortable cleaning the dishes. I must say, thank you, Mom and Dad, for the chores.
We have a big show today.
We got a big show today, but the show is already big because you're here. We started big, we ended big, we go big or we go home. Cover your, what are you drinking today?
Water.
You are, water?
Hydrating.
Girl, you better learn about putting a little liquor up in your cup. Oh, you're not,
Like,
okay.
9:15, okay.
You go that, okay, and then after that,
whoa.
you flip it over and there's
Okay.
the other side too.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Gelman splurged on these. He put big bucks into this confetti. All right, everybody, let's get this party started with our spin into spring travel trivia. Whoa. Oh, boy, today's dancer is Paula Miller from Louisville, Kentucky. That was excellent.
That's an awesome hat.
You're looking good.
Thank you.
Looking really good. Thank you very
She's
much.
looking good,
You
really
even have a
good.
charm around your neck, huh?
I do. It says, "Kiss me, I'm Irish."
Come on over here, lady. You don't have to tell me twice. Kiss me again during break. All right, let's say hello to Cheryl Fogle from Lewiston, Michigan. Hello, Cheryl. How are you?
I'm fine. Good morning, Kelly. I'm sorry, Michael.
First, I look like Regis. Now I'm looking like Kelly.
Sorry.
It's okay. Good morning to you. Now, how is your day going so far? You okay? You recovered from that last comment you just made?
Yes, I have. The sun is shining up here in Lewiston, so it's fine.
Lewiston, Michigan.
So
Awesome.
So what are you doing this weekend?
Oh, celebrating birthdays at our house. We have 2 of them, my husband's and my son-in-law's.
Awesome. Congrats. Happy birthday to them.
Yeah. Well, you know what we're going to do? We're going to spin the wheel. We're going to see what you're playing for. How about that? Give it a spin.
You are playing for Casa del Agua Villa in Riviera Maya, Mexico.
Nice.
8 days, 7 nights. It has 5 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, so you can even bring me. It also includes an infinity pool. It's beachfront, housekeeping service, chef service, round-trip airfare, concierge, all courtesy of Luxury Retreats. It's valued at $8,500.
Wow.
You have 20 seconds and only 1 guess.
There are plenty of bedroom. I'm free, too. All right, Cheryl, here we go. On yesterday's show, Taraji P. Henson co-hosted with me. What did we say was Taraji's nickname in college?
Cookie.
You got it. There you go.
Congratulations, you and a guest will enjoy 8 days and 7 nights at Casa del Agua in Riviera Maya, Mexico. Casa del Agua, located in the heart of Yucatan's majestic archaeological sites and natural parks, is a luxury oceanfront home featuring beautifully handcrafted furniture, colorful hand-woven Mexican textiles, and a tropical garden setting that creates the ultimate in Mexican Caribbean luxury. Your prize is valued at approximately $8,500.
Gorgeous. Congratulations, Cheryl. Now you can help a lucky member of our studio audience receive a $500 gift certificate from Zappos. So please pick a number between 1 and 235.
23.
23.
23. Where's lucky number 23? Here. Oh!
Oh, there you go. Cheryl, congratulations. Congratulations, young lady. Everybody stay right there. When we come back, my man Theo James is here.
Still ahead on live, we'll talk with Kyle Chandler about his new series. You'll open up the inbox to hear your comments and questions. Coming up next, Theo James.
I almost sat down in that chair.
Don't do that.
I know.
You almost sat down in the guest chair.
I know. I loved it.
But now you're running this thing today. Now tomorrow from the new film Get Hard, Will Ferrell will be here.
That movie was really funny.
Hilarious.
It was funny. And from Dancing with the Stars and also the New York Spring Spectacular, Derek Huff will be here.
You see that? And tomorrow, Aaron Andrews will be here tomorrow as well. I'm gonna let you read this because it just seems more suited.
He's tall, dark, and handsome, and the star of Insurgent. And can you believe the last time he was here was exactly 1 year ago to the day? Happy St. Patrick's Day, ladies. Please welcome Theo James. Welcome.
Did you notice my formal? Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh, wait, that wasn't perfect.
Yeah.
Did I notice what?
My formal Britishness. Everyone's, high-fiving. I'm like, hello, yes, nice.
Excellent.
Well, you were here, like I said, a year to the day last year. And do you have any plans for tonight? Do you celebrate St. Patrick's Day?
I do, yeah. It's pretty big. And actually, I have some friends over from, a couple of them are Irish, a couple of them are English. So, and it's a kind of semi-bachelor party this evening, which is kind of strange choice.
That's like
Drinking green beer
On a
and
Tuesday.
green food and...
yeah, and vomiting green stuff.
That's delicious. Equally tasty on the way out.
Yeah. Do you guys celebrate St. Patrick's?
Well, no, honorary Irish, but no.
I have to go board up some windows on Fifth Avenue for the parade, so I won't be able to partake. No, I do a little bit. I'll get out.
Yeah.
Why not? You got to go out and just be amongst the people and enjoy yourself a little bit.
It's actually bigger here than it is in London. That's just kind of more fun.
Which is where you're from.
Yeah, which is where I'm from, exactly.
But I hear you're quite a thrill seeker, huh?
Yes,
What do you like to do?
Yes,
what are some of the things that you like to do?
I kind of, skydiving, bungee jumping.
Wow, really?
Bungee jumping. Was it hard to walk off that platform?
Yeah, definitely. It's I kind of tricked myself into thinking that I'm not scared. It's funny, when I did a couple of skydives before, you know...
A couple of skydives. So you're not just a really cool guy in the movies. You're that way, like, in real life, too. Like dodging trains, like skydiving.
Yeah,
That's
but I'm
amazing.
like a dorky version of that guy.
Okay.
With a British accent. Yeah, but it's funny, I've got this picture, and, you know, I was feeling cool before I went up, and then there's a picture just as you're about to jump out of the plane, and in my head, I'm at the camera like, and I get the picture back, and I'm like... Okay, I'm gonna throw that away.
You thought it was a lot cooler than you actually were.
Exactly.
That's funny. And you're not on any kind of social media, right?
No, I'm not, no.
Why are you depriving us of that, don't you feel like?
Well, as you can tell, I kind of...
The numerous selfies that you could be taking.
Yes, we should be taking one right now. I think because I would get myself into trouble. You know, say inappropriate things, so kind of be dangerous. And no, I kind of like the idea of a little bit of keeping, you know, each to his own, but just keeping a little bit of boundary between your kind of work and your home stuff. So, yeah.
Now, you used to be in a band, I heard. And what, were you the lead singer? Would you play instruments?
I just played maracas at the side. No, no, I was in various ones. I was in... oh God, so many actually. I started playing jazz. That was kind of how I got into music, and then through kind of university and all that, we played in various different bands, good ones and some very bad ones as well. But yeah, I sing and play guitar and a few other things as well. Yeah, including
sing
maracas.
and play guitar and other things and maracas.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Do you play?
I play a little bit of terrible fake piano, and I sing.
I do a bit of that actually. I have.
Fake piano is the best.
Yeah.
I feel like you can fake your way through a couple block chords, and, you know, at a Christmas party you can pretend that you play really good piano when people are drunk.
Yeah, no, it's so true.
They will remember that you played way better piano than you actually played.
Yeah. And as soon as they start requesting as well. They're like, oh my God, you're so good. Can you play X? And you're like, oh God, I'm so tired. No, I'm not.
Yes, exactly.
Well, I get the piano where you can program the song and it plays it for you, and I just sit there and do that. I guess.
Amazing.
That makes it look like I know what I'm doing. And we got to take a quick break. And when we come back, Theo's going to tell us about doing something else that Jared Devil himself can't help him with, but doing his own stunts in Divergent series Insurgent. Be right back with Theo James.
Still ahead on live from the new series Bloodline, Kyle Chandler.
My people are ready for war, if that's what it takes.
Then what?
We depose those in power.
And once you've done that, once you've killed Janine, who's in power then?
So that's Naomi Watts. Naomi Watts plays your mom in the movie, right?
Yeah, Naomi Watts
What is
plays
that
my
like?
mom.
I mean, I completely admire her as an actress. What was it like being around her and working with her?
Yeah, great. I mean, as you said, you remember Mulholland Drive, like, she's amazing.
Stunning.
Blows your mind. Really great. I mean, we had to do a little working out, because obviously the joke is that she was about 8 when she had me. Someone was like, is that your sister? No, it's Mum. But she's really good. I mean, she kind of brings a nice energy to the film as well, because it's, you know, she's kind of plays a powerful character, a bit like Kate Winslet, but she has this kind of natural, as you know, this kind of natural, gentle etherealness. So, yeah, it was good.
Awesome.
Now, and you play 4 in this movie. You're in love with Shailene Woodley's character, Tris. But you're on the run in this movie, right?
Yeah, lots of running, constant running.
Running, gunning.
Yeah.
and doing
Jumping
a
in
lot
front of
of stunts, a lot of work, and a lot of. Do you do your own stunts?
Yeah, I do. I mean, my character just beats a lot of people up, so I think we're able to do that. Yeah, it's kind of
Cheer
fun.
on the violence.
Yeah, exactly. Woo, beat some dudes up.
Do you ever get hurt when you... I know that when I do my own stunts, I'm always like, yeah, I can do my own stunts. And then, like, halfway through the day, I'm like, oh, why did I agree to say that I would do that?
Yeah, exactly.
Do you ever feel like that?
Yeah, and a couple of times I got punched in the face on this train sequence, which I don't know why, as if it's there somewhere. There is the train. And then, you know, as you know, you kind of, as soon as someone says, are you all right? You're like, yeah, of course I am. Don't even ask me, because I'm extremely tough. And then, you know, when the camera's off, you're like, oh,
And then you limp back to your hotel room.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So you didn't suffer any like major nothing. Have you ever suffered any major injuries shooting these films?
I haven't actually. No. I kind of still feel guilty about. I clipped a stunt guy, and it was just one of those things that happened accidentally. But I cut his lip. It was a punch. I cut his lip kind of all the way down there, and his kind of face was hanging open, basically.
Wow.
But he was.
Did you feel incredibly powerful?
No, I just felt really guilty. And I was like,
that's so nice.
I was like, "You're right," and he was like, "No, I'm good. I was like, but your face is kind of hanging open.
Well, you know, you didn't suffer any injuries, but you gave a few. And I'll tell you, the movies are incredible. One of my favorite series that's out right now. And the Divergent series, Insurgent, is in theaters this Friday. Make sure you go check it out. Theo James, everybody.
And up next, Kyle Chandler will be here.
Tomorrow on Live from the new film Get Hard, Will Ferrell.
Our next guest is widely known for his role as the beloved coach on Friday Night Lights and has delivered memorable performances in films like The Wolf of Wall Street and Argo. Now he stars in the new Netflix series Bloodline. Please welcome Emmy winner Kyle Chandler. How you doing?
Very good. Where's your other cup of coffee? I was noticing backstage you have a tureen of coffee.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
It is. My cup is a lot bigger
than
everybody because my hand is so big. It looked like I was sipping out of a child's cup.
Okay, I got it. Just wanted to, all right. Okay.
So, welcome to the show, first of all.
Thank you very much.
You are from Austin, Texas. You live in Austin, Texas.
I do now.
And South by Southwest is going on there right now. The music and the film festival.
Yeah, I just came from there. The wife and I saw a film the other night, and then came up here. So I'll go back tomorrow, and we'll finish up a few more days together. And,
awesome, that's so fun. Austin is a great place for music, right, and food, and there are lots of music clubs and.
Austin is it's a wonderful city, and it does have the music. It's called the live music capital. From what I understand, due to the fact that a lot of the music comes down from Dallas, but the live music's played in Austin. And yeah, there are some great little clubs, one of them being the Continental Club in Austin is just a great little place where it's the kind of place where you can be, and some groups will come in there that you would, unheard of. A few years back, the Stones had stopped in, and I guess they did something there.
The Rolling Stones.
They just stopped in and started.
Yeah, they were in town. Awesome. It's that kind of, it's that kind of place. And I was sick about 500 yards away in the apartment buildings up the street. And when I went in there the next day, they said, "Oh, you should have come in because, blah, blah, blah." I was,
The one night.
The one time,
you weren't there.
So then I stayed there every day for about...
Just waiting for the Stones to come back.
It is a great city, great people, and there's a lot of things going on, especially with right now South by Southwest.
Yeah, very nice culture down there in Austin.
Yeah.
And but
you're Houston.
Oh yeah, I'm a Houston boy. I'm a Texas boy, so I get it. But another thing that's very cool about you, because I know guys who do this, but you like to cross country on your motorcycle. You have one of these cross country bikes.
I do. I've always ridden. I like, when you're riding, or sometimes when you're driving, you get 15 minutes or so, and all of a sudden you lock in and you're able to motorcycles. So that's what it's been for me. So, yeah, my next trip, and I've been trying to do for years, I'd love to go up to Alaska.
Oh, Alaska is incredible. I've been there. It's really, really incredible if you haven't been.
What time of the year are you planning on going?
I'd have to be wise about that.
It's actually quite warm and beautiful in the summer and fall. It is really quite beautiful. Yeah, very cool. And you have a ton of dogs.
I've got 4 dogs right now.
That's a ton.
4. That's called hoarding.
I have 3 and a cat, so I know what that's like.
Yeah.
That's a whole lot of cleaning.
Yeah. Well, they run. We've got, Yeah.
But you wanted to be a vet at one point. You considered being a vet.
I considered being a lot of things. Yeah. my thing is, when I was a little kid, my dad used to call me a faker all the time. And if he were alive right now, I could say, "Hey, you were right."
You're an actor.
Look what I'm doing, Dad.
Well, we got to take a quick break, and when we come back, Kyle's going to talk about the dark side of his new TV show, Bloodline. So stay right there. We'll be right back with Kyle Chandler.
asked me to talk to him, and I talked to him.
Did you try to convince him?
How can I help you?
Oh, yeah. You want to help me. Like what? Like the way you tried to convince Dad? Did everything in your power.
I did what you asked me to do.
That is Kyle Chandler in Bloodline, the new show. Now, it's a family drama. It's a psychological thriller. And it's about your family runs a hotel in the Florida Keys.
Yes, it's a hotel, cottages.
Like a B&B kind of a thing.
Yeah. The Keys are it's an interesting character. I had not been there to the Keys before. I don't know if you've been there.
Yeah.
It's not what you expect. It's a long split of land. It's about 90 miles from the tip of Florida, and then 90 miles from Key West. Of course, you have Cuba. But you can stand in the middle of the road. It's 2 lanes mostly, and see the Gulf of Mexico and the Atlantic from the center of the road. It's right there. And it's more of a blue collar. Everything down there has to do with the water, whether it's diving, fishing, boating, water sports. It's the ocean. And I hadn't gathered that when we moved down there. I thought maybe it was more of a resort type of deal, but it's not. It's
the only
sportsman's
world
paradise.
in a lot of ways. Yeah. I have a friend who lives down there who just fishes every day.
Yeah.
That's his life.
Oh, it's beautiful. One of the few places that it is like a little resort, there are a few, but is where we shoot. And it's a gorgeous house in this land. And it's a man-made beach because the beaches are man-made. It's all coral down there. And when we first got there, down the way, there were, the famous tree that the models lay on, that famous palm. It's right in my front yard of the house. And so
have you laid on it like a model?
Of course I have. You darn right I have.
I saw the pilot last night, and it's really incredible. You guys have to check it out. You have such an impressive cast. You have Sissy Spacek. You have Sam Shepard. They play your parents. Ben Mendelsohn is your brother. Linda Cardellini. Really excellent cast. And there's this really crazy scene where you're shooting in a swamp. Tell me about doing that, because when I was watching that looked really scary.
It is. The tide was out, and it's...
Are there crocodiles?
There were a lot, there's that, and there's bull sharks. And
you can count me out of this show. No guest appearances for me.
Yeah, no, it's full on. There's a little bit of everything down there, and it's the juxtaposition between what we do in the show and what's happening between the beauty of where we are is, it's not lost. And it's a really fascinating place to tell this story. And it's a story about a family. It's not the outside forces so much attacking this family, but it's the inside forces of the family dynamics. And it has a lot to do with the expectations of who you are in a family, and who you think you are and who other characters are in the family, and throughout your life until you get older and you realize, well, I don't have to live up to these expectations. I'm someone else, and things happen, and the secrets that come alive, the darker secrets. I like to say to people, just right now, the 3 of us, and I'm speaking to you two, think of 3 dark secrets in your family. Did not take long, right? So, I mean, it's really fascinating doing this show as we're all sitting on the set together, sharing stories.
Share that with your cast as well.
Absolutely.
And get to know each other in that really intense way.
Early on. So we get to take these secrets that we have as friends and then play with them on set with our characters. So, you get to, it's full-on contact sport, this acting. It's good stuff, So we have a great time. It's great people, and the writers... Todd and Glenn Kessler, along with Daniel Zellman.
They did Damages, right? Yeah, fantastic show.
They're just really, top of their game, and great people to boot. Which,
That's great.
So it's
Friday. I'm keeping my family secrets to myself, man. I'm not telling you, Kyle Chandler. The show is Bloodline. It premieres March 20th on Netflix. Make sure you check it out. Kyle Chandler, everybody. When we come back, we're going to take a look at Emmy in action on Shameless. So stay right there. This show.
Tomorrow on Live, Derek Huff.
Oh, seriously, thanks for the company. You're great, but you can't babysit me forever.
I wasn't planning on forever.
How long were you planning on?
Until I feel like you're not going to head to Maypole and kill Patrick the second I leave.
Okay, what if you never feel like that?
I'm not going to leave until I know you're okay. I'm sorry.
Now, That is you, of course, playing Fiona in Shameless, and this is the 5th season of the show.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm watching you watch. Did you like watching yourself?
It doesn't feel like I'm watching me. It's like a weird out-of-body experience. Really? Yeah. No, I remember shooting it, and I remember memorizing the lines and acting with it, but it doesn't feel like me.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Kind of like this show. But in this show, when it first started, you had it all together. And I love this show. I think you're amazing in this show. You had it all together, but a lot has changed.
Yeah, it's been a long 5 seasons for Fiona. She started kind of as the de facto mom of this family, and she had it all together. You know, she was making lunches for the kids, working so many jobs, and as the kids have grown up, and her dad, played by William H. Macy, his kind of addict tendencies have rubbed off on her a little bit. She's kind of become a little bit more of a lot more of a mess. So it's actually really fun to play. But that was a scene with Dermot Mulroney, who plays her boss slash sponsor slash
but you're
something.
But you're married.
Yes, she just got married to someone she's known about 4 minutes. Gus, who's a musician, and as well as her old boyfriend Jimmy Steve Jack coming back. So now, you know, she's she cannot be quenched.
And then there's a fair amount of nudity in this show.
There is.
Yeah, but have you ever gotten a script and said, "Oh, there's no way. No, I ain't doing that."
Not really. No. Strangely enough, no. I think it's
good
actually,
to know.
I think it's unexpected for a female character on television for sexuality to be a big part of their personality, but that just is how she sometimes expresses herself.
And I read something you said. You said it's not gratuitous. She's in control. And
yeah, it always feels like that's how she connects to people, and that's just another character trait, like a quirk like biting your nails or expressing anger or whatever. It's interesting.
Okay. You know what? You're amazing. You're amazing in this show. I absolutely love it. And it's Shameless, Sundays at 9 p.m. on Showtime. Make sure you gotta check out Amy Ross. If you haven't seen it, you're missing it. Go back and watch them all. We'll be right back, everybody.
More information at livekellyandmichael.com.
Thank you.
Unflappable, smooth.